and is a highly accomplished lawyer who shares her life with her husband Peter, an equally successful doctor together. They have twin daughters, Frida and Franny. Besides this, Peter also has a teenage son named Gustav from his previous marriage, who currently lives with his mother Rebecca despite being divorced from his ex-wife. Peter reaches out and invites his son to stay with them upon Gustav's arrival. Anne's two daughters warmly welcome him and present him with homemade gifts. Likewise, Peter is also filled with ecstatic joy as he reunites with his son in their home, since he has limited involvement in Gustav's life. Until this point, Peter's now determined to improve their relationship. However, Gustav isn't particularly excited about this new situation and remains mostly silent, feeling that Anne's responsible for his parents' separation. One evening after a long day at work, Anne arrives home and stumbles upon a keychain lying on the path. To her astonishment, she recognizes that the keychain is the one her daughters had lovingly given to their older brother upon entering the home. With the keychain now safely stored in her purse, Anne overhears Peter and Gustav changed in a heated argument later. It's revealed that Gustav's reluctance to accept Peter's new family was the underlying cause of the quarrel between the father and son. Growing increasingly concerned about his son, Peter becomes unsure about how to handle the situation in response, and makes an effort to persuade her husband to be more understanding. She then advises Peter to give Gustav some time to get accustomed to the family and their surroundings. Furthermore, she proposes involving the boy in household tasks to make him feel more connected to their house. She believes that this might instill a sense of responsibility in Gustav and help him feel like a part of the family. One evening, upon returning from work and is shocked to discover the chaos inside the house after a burglary, she then promptly calls the police to report the incident. However, a few days later, Anne stumbles upon a keychain tucked away in Gustav's laundry. This particular keychain has been inside the bag that got stolen during the robbery, revealing Gustav as the one responsible for the theft. Later, when Gustav returns home and confronts him with the evidence she's found, she then urges the boy to confess everything to his father, but Gustav denies the accusations upon Anne's threat to involve the police. Gustav finally confesses to having robbed her house surprisingly instead of any punishment. Anne offers Gustav a deal if he takes responsibility for his actions and starts contributing positively to the household. She won't report the burglary to the authorities and keep this incident a secret from that moment onwards. Gustav embraces the opportunity to be a part of the family and wholeheartedly takes on his responsibilities. Remarkably, he begins to make sincere efforts to bond with his new family and enjoys spending time with them. Peter is delighted to see him engaging with his daughters, who've grown fond of their older brother likewise, and is impressed by his change and is hopeful that he's truly learned from his mistake, growing into a more responsible individual. One night, Gustav arrives home with his girlfriend Amanda and introduces her to Anne before heading to the room. Moments later, Anne hears the two having sex while she continues working downstairs, leaving her annoyed. Later, Anna Gustav's share a moment sitting together and enjoying upon the beer, and suggests that he invite his friends from back home to visit, but Gustav confesses that he doesn't have any close friends like that. Following this, Peter throws a small party at his house, inviting many of his friends, while Peter's hanging out with his friends and grows weary of their monotonous conversation. Eventually, she excuses herself from the group and makes her way to the porch, opting to sit alone instead. Upon seeing Anne sitting alone, Gustav takes the opportunity to approach her and suggests that they go to the bar. Together, much to his surprise, Anne agrees, and the two of them head out into the night. At the bar, and Gustav drink and smoke, enjoying each other's company as they talk afterward, as Gustav prepares to leave and impulsively kisses him on the lips. While saying goodbye, though taken aback by his stepmom's actions, Gustav manages to hide his astonishment and leaves. When Anne arrives home, Peter reproaches her for leaving the house while they had guests over and confesses that he was concerned about her when she left without bringing her phone along. A few days later, Peter sets out on yet another business trip while Anne finds herself feeling restless. During the night, she struggles with endless thoughts about Gustav, making it impossible for her to drift off to sleep. Driven by her emotions, she then gets out of bed and quietly walks into Gustav's room, then without uttering a single word, and seduces Gustav, and the two eventually have sex. Do you want to see part 2 of this video? Subscribe to the channel and comment part 2. Thanks for watching. I would see you at part 2.